Hello, I'm the SSGentleman, and Rocco's in trouble right now. But that's not what we're here to talk about. Today's topic is the PS Vita. Now, honestly, I can't wait for this to come out. I pre-ordered mine a while ago because I'm a PlayStation fan, and I'm having my heart set on getting the next member of the family next month. But sadly, we are still waiting. Well, duh, that's what next month means. But the real story right now is the rant on the PS Vita. Don't worry, I'm not ranting about the PS Vita, I'm ranting for it. Now listen closely. One thing that never fails to amaze me when it comes to the gaming fan base is that despite and doubt, always complaining about a lack, new IPs, or new tech coming out. Second, it doesn't rise up from the company that tries to give it a chance. Everyone starts spitting up bile. Sure, the concept may be great, the games may be fun, but somewhere along the line, gamers got it into their head that the only thing worth investing is a product that everyone else decided to invest in first. I'm not really sure when this mentality came around, but it's a stigma that developers had to deal with. Most recently, the Vita has been flagged as an immediate failure for its inability to hit numbers as high as the Nintendo 3DS, or Snuggies apparently. But taking a look at the bigger picture, it's easy to see why. I mean, the Vita was never really meant to. Let's just think about this for a second. Those fancy 3DS sales, when compared head to head against the Vita, they make Sony's handheld look like pathetic well-wishings. In what reality has the PSP ever tried to compete with the content of the DS could amount up to? It's impossible to. Nintendo has simply held on to that family franchise label for far too long, and there's no sign of them giving it up. When you market a toy to children, naturally the consumer rate will be larger. And the Vita, though it does play games, it's not a children's toy. It's an adult console in the same way as an Xbox 360 or a PS3. It's more geared for teenagers and grown-ups. Sales figures for those console units have always taken this fact into consideration, and it's unreasonable for us to think any different when it comes to handhelds. Now, this is completely aside from the fact that people were naysaying the 3DS when it first came out. People have never and will never simply jump at a new technology. I mean, it does take a while for it to catch on. And for all the success that Nintendo has with its, new handheld, the 3DS has also failed to meet many sales figures. Now, is the unit a failure by proxy? Absolutely not. All it means is that it needs a little bit more time to develop. There are more contributing factors to the console than selling it itself. And the 3DS's biggest hurdle was trying to convince customers to purchase a system that has only 2 to 3 AAA titles. And being realistic, the Vita sits in the same situation. You would think, from considering how long it took the PS3 to, sell off, that gamers will realize by now Sony is willing to risk taking opportunities like that, pay out in the long run. Sony is a company that tends to price high on release. Now, while the Vita's current launch price may be disappointing to others, there is generally a bit of hope for the future, considering the device can do far more things than the 3DS when it comes to multimedia and cross-platform abilities. It may be far more comfortable to weigh the Vita as a peripheral tool for original PS3 owners. But then again, the ball is in Sony's court when they try to convey messages to people. So is 500,000 units sold really that bad? Not really. There are just too many other factors at play for anyone to say that the console is dying or failing at post-launch. So anyone seeing the system sell as much as the 3DS when it first came out isn't really being realistic. And from my perspective, Sony hasn't made any choices that Nintendo could have improved upon. The handheld market is extremely tough, and even the family-friendly DS struggled its first few months. What matters now are the same points Sony was trying to focus on in the main goal, that the handheld market is still selling strong, that the Vita has yet to release worldwide, and that North America and Europe have very different values when it comes to purchasing devices from their Japanese counterparts. We still have a long way to go before anyone declares the handheld a failure. The signs just aren't there yet. I'm the SS Gentleman.